So tell me how this works.
I'm awake with my wife, and I close my eyes, I open them, and I'm awake with my son.
And this has been happening since the accident?
So you begin working on one case here in reality, and then suddenly you begin working another case there in your dream.
It all feels completely real to me.
You can't tell whether you're awake or asleep at this very moment.
Well, I can assure you, Detective Britton, this is not a dream.
It's exactly what the other shrink said.
All done.
You're always like a statue. I've never seen anyone hold so still.
One thing I've learned is patience.
See you next week.
Maybe not. Maybe I'll get lucky.
Yeah? Who's gonna give you a kidney? You don't put prisoners on no donor lists.
A man can dream, can't he?
Yeah? Keep dreaming. Who do you think you are, Cooper? My mother has to wait 3 months to see a doctor. And here you are, sucking the taxpayers' money. All right, let's go.
Shut the door. Come on. Shut it. I got nothing to lose, Perez. You don't want to test a man with nothing to lose. Huh? Shut it!
You ready?
Yes.
It's good you're nervous. Nerves are good before a tournament, but you're gonna do great.
Hey, Tara. I was just watching this kid here, the favorite for the tournament. He's pretty good.
Good. He's ranked like 15th in the state.
I was telling Rex, you can beat him if he keeps him behind the baseline.
I already
He's
have a
good
coach
at that.
dad, which is why I'm thinking you really don't need to be there.
I don't need to be there. I want to be there.
Why? So you can watch me lose?
Oh, sorry. Brett.
Since when do you have a problem with your dad watching you play?
From where?
His serve's like 100 miles an hour. I mean, how am I supposed to return that?
When did this happen?
5 hours ago, CHP just flagged him on a traffic camera heading south on the 405, which means he may be in the LA area. Captain's putting together a fugitive task force, to check out his own contacts. Some story. Guy's 14-year-old son ODs. He shoots the dealer and gets life in prison.
Wait, this guy's name, Cooper. John Cooper.
Yeah, how'd you know that?
I made the arrest.
All you have to do is block it. Get your racket on
I
the
see you
ball,
there.
and get the point.
Something came up. Work. I'm sorry. But, if you make the final, it's Sunday, right? I should be able to be there by Sunday.
That'll be great.
Don't get so broken up.
I already said you didn't have to come, so it's fine.
Call me when you get there.
Sign right here.
Jim.
Hey.
Good to see you, Michael. How you holding up?
Yeah, I'm good.
How's Rex? Playing tennis. It's in the tournament this weekend. I should be there, but,
Bet he's good. Remember how good Hannah was, kicked your ass.
Well, thanks for coming in on such short notice.
Well, this was my case, too. I would have been pissed if you hadn't called me.
All right. Let's get to the manhunt, like the old days.
So, how did Cooper pull this off?
He escaped after offside dialysis treatment. Used a paralytic on a guard.
Think he got it from the inside?
Grilling the staff right now. Hey, you want to meet your predecessor? It's the guy I was stuck before I was stuck with you.
Jim, good to see you again.
Good to see you, Bird.
You know each other?
We met. Hannah's funeral.
Hey.
Hey there, sweaty man. Hey, you want breakfast?
I'll take a shower first. You want to shower with me? Save water?
Oh, for the sake of the environment. David called. Talk about the fundraiser tomorrow.
I thought we told him we weren't going.
Yeah, we did. The board is hiring a new crisis counselor, and they're gonna name the position in Rex's honor.
It's nice.
The place was important to him, you know. Volunteer there 3 times a week.
I don't know, sweetie. You sure you're up for it?
It's gonna be hard. But they're doing a whole memorial program for Rex. I feel like we should be there.
So how did you resolve this with Hannah?
Why do you think we're going to the fundraiser?
And how do you feel about that?
How do I feel? I just don't want her to get hurt. I want to protect her.
Have you considered that maybe you want to protect something else?
Like what?
This dream of your son being alive. This event that you're so reluctant to attend. It's all about commemorating Rex. But how can you expect to memorialize a son whose death you haven't truly accepted?
So, Rex, is that really about not wanting your dad to see you play, or are you just giving him a hard time? You don't want to talk about it. It's okay, too.
He tries too hard. He always wants to talk and hang out like we're best friends or something.
This is your complaint?
I just don't want to deal with him right now.
I almost lost you. I think you can handle a few hugs and some awkward conversation.
He's not the problem. I am.
What does that mean?
It means I'm a terrible person.
You're not terrible. You're a teenager.
It's just the two of us. And he's asking me about my day, making me dinner, trying to talk about sports, being nothing but nice to me. I can't stop thinking that I wish I had her instead of him. The kind of person that looks someone in the eye, someone who's trying so hard, and wishes they were dead instead of someone else. Every time he smiles at me, every time he hugs me and says he loves me, I'm afraid he's gonna see that I didn't choose him. I want her instead.
Having those feelings doesn't make you a bad person. There's no right way or wrong way to feel about what's happened. But whatever you're feeling, you shouldn't have to keep it to yourself. So it's good that you're telling me. What the hell? You okay?
I'm fine.
Alright, stay here. Be right back. It's not too bad. Just a small dent. Look, we really need to be somewhere, so I'd rather not wait around to file a police report. The guy who took Rex was wearing a green sweatshirt with a hood on it. I just told the officer.
Tell me. What did he say?
He didn't say anything.
Not a word, not a sound.
Before I knew what was happening, he put this cloth over my mouth, which had this chemical smell, and that's it. That's all I remember.
No, you gotta remember something else. You're forgetting something.
No,
Some
I'm not.
detail.
I'm not.
What car was he driving?
I don't know.
Was he armed?
No, I don't. Oh,
Tara, think. Cooper wants something. I need to know what. You're forgetting something.
I'm sorry, Michael.
Sorry. She told us everything she knows.
Yeah. Tara's cell phone hasn't turned up yet. If Rex grabbed it, we might be able to get a location.
It doesn't make any sense. What does he want with Rex?
He said it back at you. You were one of his arresting
So
officers.
are you. If he wanted revenge, he'd be dead already. Why didn't he come after us? He wants something.
Well, whatever he wants, we'll find out soon enough. But tap in your phones in case he tries to get contact.
Hey, Cooper's dialysis nurse, they gave her a field polygraph. She failed. Now if she helped Cooper, then
Might know where Rex is.
father's a cop. Pretty soon there'll be a lot of people looking for me. So before you do something you can't take back, please just let me go. Okay? Please. Please.
Help! Someone help me, please!
Scott is my witness. I wouldn't have helped him if I'd known this would happen.
You're an accessory. You understand that? That means in the eyes of the law, you're as guilty as Cooper. And kidnapping carries a minimum sentence of 20 years.
I swear, I don't know where he took your son, so I can't tell you.
You never mentioned a specific place. What about a person he was in contact with? A friend, a family member?
He doesn't have anyone. Not anymore. I was the only one. We spent 3 hours a day together twice a week. He asked me to pray with him. He said he was innocent.
Yeah.
I hope one day you'll forgive me. I'll pray for your son.
Where's Jim?
Coordinating the cameras. Anyone Cooper's ever known, anyone who visited him in prison, we're running them down. The witness, Tara, finished giving her statement. She's at your desk. She wants to talk to you.
Hey, Tara. You okay?
He called. Cooper, he left a message on my own machine.
He called your house.
I called him my voicemail and the message was there.
When?
Just now.
What did he say?
He left his number and he wants you to call him. Michael, he said if you tell anyone, he'll know and he'll kill Rex.
This is Detective Britton, badge 8277. I need you to do a reverse lookup. 310-555-1212.
Checking. Just a moment, Detective. Detective?
Yeah,
That number is a public phone on McClintock Avenue and 3rd Street.
that's the address of the station I'm calling from.
It's also where the payphone is located, sir, on the northwest corner.
Cooper? Who? Where is he?
Dude, they give me this?
Yeah.
So they give me a number 20 if I stood there for a couple hours. I told them, fine, I ain't got no prior engagements.
All right, get out of here.
What if I'm on for $20? So,
Cooper?
That's me.
Rex? Son, you all right?
I'm in the desert, some kind of shack. 2 hours from now.
Rex! Rex!
You ever want to see your son alive again, do exactly what I tell you.
I'm listening.
10 o'clock, 2211 Industrial Road in San Bernardino. Come alone. I see anyone else. I even think I see anyone else, and your boy is gonna die. You understand me?
I understand. I'll do whatever you want. But don't hurt him.
Please.
Cooper? Cooper?
I'm sorry it's come to this. No son should ever have to pay for the sins of his father.
Stand up. Stand up! Where's my son? Tell me where he is! Now!
Even if I tell you where he is, by the time you figure out about telling you the truth, your son will be dead of dehydration. You won't find him without me. So take your hands off me.
and let's talk. What do you want? Same thing I wanted for the last 10 years. Justice. Derek Bell deserved to die, but I didn't kill him. Just tell me what I have to do to get my son back. Prove who set me up. Nobody set you up. Somebody planted that gun that night. You just didn't look close enough. It took me 10 years, but I finally figured out who killed Derek Bell that night. And you're gonna help me prove it. No! Cooper, hey, Cooper, they're not with me, I swear. Cooper, tell me where my son is. Please tell me where he is. Where is he? Yeah. Again. Come on. Get off me! You just killed my son. You just killed my son! Why did you follow me?
Captain Val Cooper might try to contact you. Or did he say anything? Anything we can use to find Rex?
He was just about to.
About what?
But to tell me how I could help him prove his innocence.
Come on, Mike. This man wouldn't kidnap Rex. Look, don't do this to yourself. None of this is your fault. Cooper was guilty. Best thing you can do for Rex right now is to get a clear head. There's nothing you can do here that isn't already being done.
Well, I should go home. You're suggesting I take a rest? Hey, Vega, you near your desk?
Can be. Why?
I need you to access the state prison database for me and look up the status of an inmate. His name is John Cooper.
What's this about?
Time sensitive, Vega.
Well, that doesn't answer my question.
Just tell me if he's still a Tehachapi person.
His name is John.
John Cooper. Yeah, I heard you the first time. Yeah, Cooper's still locked up. What's going on?
I'm taking the day off. Cover for me.
I'm going up to Tehachapi.
Because of this guy Cooper? All right, you're not telling me. What am I supposed to tell the captain?
Whatever you want.
And I'm supposed to do that because...
Because you're my partner.
You know, it's supposed to go both ways, Michael.
I'll call you back.
You're awake.
Hey!
Get dressed. Oh, you were tossing and turning last night. Did you have a bad dream? I didn't sleep very well either. I think I was probably obsessing about today.
Today?
I've been thinking maybe one of us should say something since they're doing this thing for Rex.
Honey, I'm not gonna make the fundraiser. I'm really sorry.
You're not gonna make it? What?
I can't. That was Vega on the phone. There's been a child abduction. The kid's about the same age as Rex.
Michael.
Nicole.
No, okay, it's awful, but you're not the only detective on duty. The fundraiser's 2 hours.
They need me.
They need you. I need you. Michael, it's 2 hours, okay? You can go back to work after. Again, bad things are always going to be happening to other people, but something really bad happened to us. So, be with me today.
Honey, I can't.
My son started volunteering here about a year ago, and honestly, he did it because of the community service requirement at school. At first, all my husband and I heard over and over was, why do I have to do this? I think he was counting down days till he could go back to hanging out with his friends after school instead of manning the phones here. But eventually, and without us even really noticing, he stopped complaining. And one night, Rex didn't come home when he was supposed to, and he wasn't answering his phone. I was so worried. I found him here. 2 hours after his shift had ended, he was on the phone with some 14-year-old girl who was depressed and thinking about hurting herself. I stood behind Rex for close to an hour, and I watched him slowly convince this girl to get help. Here was this person that I had held in my arms as a baby, who would just save someone's life. And this wave of pride, I felt it, and I grabbed him and I hugged him, and I started crying. I couldn't stop. And Rex just said I was embarrassing him, and he asked me to leave. So I left with a gift that I'll always carry with me. That night, in this room, Rex showed me who he really was. And he gave me a glimpse of the man he would have become. Thank you for remembering my son today. And for being a part of this wonderful place.
Hey, honey, it's me. I hope it's going okay. I'm sorry I'm not there. No, I'm sure it's just not what you want to hear right now, but I'm doing the best I can. Whoever finds this, please get it to my father. He's a detective with the LAPD, Michael Britton. I was hoping to talk to him face to face, but it's starting to look like that may not happen. Don't die.
Except for my ex-wife, you're the last person I ever expected to lay eyes on again.
I'm here because after your appeal was rejected, I got a call from an anonymous source. He said he was familiar with your case, and he had evidence that could prove your innocence.
Really?
Now, if I got it wrong about you, I'd like a chance to make things right.
Make it right. Okay. How about you give me back the last 10 years of my life? Can't do that?
No, but if you can corroborate what my source told me, I can get you out of here. Now, he mentioned something about a place in the desert. What can you tell me about that?
Let me tell you something. I don't know what this is all about, but I know when I'm being played. Let's just say I do know what this place is. What's it got to do with proving I'm innocent?
You wouldn't believe me if I told you.
It's like you don't believe me. You still believe that I killed Derek Bell, don't you? And the reason you don't believe me is because you don't want to. Because it means that you have to live with what you did to me. But I'm good, man. I don't need you to believe me anymore. I just need you to get me out of here. And after you do that, I'll tell you about this place in the desert.
Well, maybe too late by then.
Too late for who, man?
All right. Say you didn't kill Derek Bell. Tell me who you think did.
for the longest time, I thought it was you. Yeah. See, I figured it had to be a cop, right? Someone who could control the evidence. Yeah. You know who I'm talking about.
Hello? Jim. Hey, it's me, Michael. Michael, hey. Good to hear your voice. How are you? Oh, you know, still chasing bad guys. How's Hannah? Oh, we're hanging in there. Listen, geez, I apologize. I've been meaning to reach out. Invite you over for a beer. Sounds good. About later. Yeah, that'd be great. Come on over. Michael. Jim. Been way too long. Yeah. Please.
What's with the head?
Nothing. A little accident at the gym. Margaret's been after me to lose 10 pounds. Oh, she here, Margaret? No, sorry you missed her. She sent you her love. Can I get you a beer? To be honest with you, I'm not really here. On a social call. Something with Hannah? Oh, Hannah's good. Oh, thank God. We have to talk, Jim, about, John Cooper. He's doing life for killing Derek Bell. You remember. Bell was holding $1 million in cash that night, and I remember we recovered less than 100,000, so I did the math, and here I am. You killed Bell. You took the money, put the gun in Cooper's house. Where is this coming from? I got some of it from Cooper, from other places. I put the pieces together. Now, listen, you're taking the word of a condemned murderer over mine. Jim, you got me all wrong. I'm not here to bust you, and I'm not here to judge you. I don't care if Cooper rots in jail the rest of his life. I just want what's mine.
People get rich while people who put their lives on the line like us get next to nothing.
I want my share.
Your share.
That was our bust. That is our money.
Michael, I didn't frame anyone. There is no money. None of this is real.
I don't think I'm making myself clear, Jim. I'm not giving you a choice. You pay me, or I will go to internal affairs.
You can go talk to them all you want, but you're only going to end up looking crazy. And from what I understand, you don't need much help. I'm sorry I said that. I talked to Captain Harper. She told me what's been going on since the accident, all the erratic behavior. I didn't realize how serious it is.
That's not what's going on here, and you know it.
She's got you seeing a psychiatrist. She assigned you a new partner to keep an eye on you.
Are you cutting me in, or not?
Listen to what you're saying. Look at yourself. Now we need to get you some help.
All right. It's enough. We're done.
Tell you what, let's call your doctor, huh? We can figure this out together.
Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk out the door. I'm gonna go straight to the captain. Next thing that will happen is subpoena your bank records.
And you spend the rest of your life in prison.
Like Cooper. Now, is that what you want? I am your friend. I came here to give you a chance. But it's up to you to take it. It's your call.
There's not much left. Amazing how fast the money goes. But what's left, it's yours. If I could, I'd take back everything that happened that night, but the money was there. I pulled the trigger, and there was just no turning back. Michael? Michael, where are you going? I told you I'd give you the money.
Sir, you're under arrest for the murder of Derek Bell. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to an attorney.
I think for a minute, you had me wondering if you were making this whole thing up.
You weren't the only one. Detective Michael Britton, I need to speak to Warden Gutierrez. Tell him it's an emergency. Warden, I need you to put John Cooper on the phone right now.
It's still not sure why you can't tell me who tipped you on Cooper's place in the desert.
Not allowed to give up the source.
Not loud?
It's complicated.
This source, the same reason you got IA talking to Mayhew?
Uh-huh.
I got a friend over there. Heard they was pulling him in, looking into his bank accounts. They said Mayhew's the one who killed Derek Bell and took his money.
Yeah.
That means Cooper was innocent.
Yeah.
Rex, can you hear me? Rex! Get in there.
Rex, I'm a paramedic. I'm here to help you. You understand what I'm saying?
Sorry, son.
Skins are real hot.
You're gonna be all right.
Packing up pretty good. Give me a line. Stay with us, buddy.
I'm here with you now.
Here you go.
You know, at some unconscious level, you might have always suspected that Cooper was innocent. Cooper's failed appeal coincided with your son's death, which caused you to create a dream in which you had to prove Cooper's innocence, or you would have to relive the loss of your son.
If I had known, if I had suspected on any level there was something wrong with the Cooper case, I would have done something by myself a long time ago.
But you didn't. And it's understandable why. People naturally flee from their own guilt. They push it aside. This dream was a way of forcing you to do the right thing. It's a kind of reckoning for your conscience.
An innocent man lost a decade of his life because I couldn't see the truth. I don't find that particularly admirable.
So you blame yourself for wrongfully sending Cooper to prison, and for him ultimately dying.
Of course I blame myself. It's my fault.
I would argue that it's Mayhew's fault more than it is yours. The point is, you felt guilty. And to alleviate that guilt, you created a dream where you freed Cooper.
Well, if that's the case, it didn't work. I don't feel any better about what happened to him.
Isn't that interesting? Even when you go so far as to dream a world where everything turns out all right, you're still plagued with guilt. I'd like you to ask yourself something, Detective. Where do you think this inability to forgive yourself comes from?
How's he doing?
He's okay. Doctors say I can go home tomorrow, maybe the day after.
It's great news.
Yeah.
I keep thinking you hadn't found him.
I did. Just don't blame yourself for any of this. Forget it. If it's anybody's fault, it's mine. Right? It's okay.
I came by to give you this. It's my phone. The crime scene guys found it and returned it to me. Turns out Rex recorded himself out there. You should hear what he had to say.
Thanks.
If you're watching this, I'm guessing you're pretty messed up about what happened. But there's some things I really need to tell you. Which, as it turns out, I've had a lot of time to think about. I know things haven't been so easy between us lately. That I haven't been communicating. I think it's maybe because I was afraid of what I might say. Because of how angry I was.
about losing Mom. Mom was... She was really what held all of us together. Without her, I didn't know what to do. And I think you kind of felt the same way, too. But I want you to know, and this is really important, I don't blame you for what happened, for her being gone. So please, don't blame yourself.
Did you find him? The boy who was kidnapped? You find him?
Yeah, I did.
Is he gonna be okay?
Yeah, I think so. I thought about you all day. I really wanted to be there. Be with you.
I know.
I'm sorry. So, how'd it go?
It was hard. Until it wasn't. There was just so much love. And I actually felt like he was in the room with me. I just kept wishing you were there so you could know what that feels like.
We haven't talked about it in a while. But I do think there's something else after this life. I want you to know I love you. And that's what I'm going to hold on to. Until I see you again.